welcome back to the Paxton Quick Garden, another weekly episode of this year, 2021. So if you are new to our channel, please press the subscribe button and then the bell icon. That way you get regular update to our channel. And it's end of the June. Heat is getting worse and worse. We got hit with another heat wave. Today was the first day when temperature rose above 90 degrees. It was about like 93 here in Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania, zone 6B. And so I'll show you some effect that and beating that my plant took today. I was supposed to water them yesterday, especially the container plants. Now that whenever the temperature is above 90, you want to make sure you water them every day. Container plants, especially if they are tomatoes. Tomatoes like their soil to be evenly moisture all the time. They don't want dry soil. So let's get started, and I'll show you what I did in my garden throughout the week, and hopefully teach you some stuff along the way. So let's get to it. Here is how my garden looks now after a month and a half since planting, and growing beautifully. Over there you can see some cucumbers, eggplants, peppers, tomatoes, eggplant, peppers, and tomatoes, and then zucchinis and cucumbers and summer squash. So let's get to it. First we'll tour the raised bed garden and then the container garden, or vice versa. So but as I go through my garden, sometimes I lose the track. So but we'll get started with the cucumber there in the corner and go along the way. Alright, and with regard to watering, remember I mentioned that today was really hot. So let's address that first, and I can show you the damage. Eggplants, they love heat. They're fine. Look at that. It's fine. It's producing eggplant, even though the soil is dry. I just didn't water them just to show you guys. Eggplant will like dry weather, but at the same time, you do want to water it thoroughly and deep water it, whenever you do. So this is the first eggplant flower that got pollinated. And these ones are the black beauty eggplants, and so hopefully this will, it has, I guess, turned into the eggplant. Now it will continue to grow, but you see the space, that's just little, so maybe I'll have to pull it out or something. But they are starting to get to flowering, and we'll get to enjoy a lot of eggplants hopefully this summer. And you see this other flowers that bloom with it. These are fake flowers. Even these other two, I think one of them would be a fake flower. Only one real flower that produces eggplant per node, and the others are just there to attract bees and stuff. So all in all, this eggplant is healthy. I'll water it right after the video. Thoroughly water it, till you see the water coming out of the bottom. And then so like I said, now I'm gonna go to container instead of the raised bed, but let's finish that. So here are some basil doing excellently well. Again, the basil on the variety. Bell peppers are doing okay. They're still not liking the temperature going from 80s to 90s and all that kind of stuff. So you'll see some flower drops and stuff like that, flower getting yellow. This one will just drop. I just drop it. But they're flowering. So if you look at these ones, look at that. This one is right by my home wall, and this might produce some bell peppers for me. So we'll see. But if not, then throughout the summers, once the temperature gets stabilized, they'll start producing. And here is my tomato plants. The two of these are the Better Boy variety, and they are doing well. They were doing well till today, and today they took a beating. They were in kind of a bad shape, and I had to start the watering. Look at that, what happened with the heat wave. So if you don't water your container plant every day, sometimes even twice a day, this is what will happen, and eventually the whole plant will die. So you want to make sure in summer, when temperature is above 90 degrees Fahrenheit, you water your tomato plants thoroughly at least once a day. And if it's around 95 or above, then you want to make sure you water it twice a day. Water it once in the morning and water it once in the evening. Well, the watering in the morning will get you through the day, and in the night, the evening watering will get you through the night and self-heal some of the damage that it might take through sun. But another exciting thing, a lot of flowers that are blooming, and to pollinate them, all you have to do is this: whenever you give it a little tap, whenever you pass by your tomato plants, all the flowers, and that will get it pollinated, and I do that every time. And here, look at this, another beating, but this will recover, not all leaves, but maybe some. But that, if it gets to this, there is no saving. So make sure you carefully water them. And here are the beautiful Better Boy tomatoes forming. Make sure you give your plant some kind of calcium and magnesium source, and you won't have what we call blossom and rot. And if you do experience blossom and rot, there's a recipe for quick fix on my channel. I'll leave the link down below, so don't forget to check that out. So there is one node here that has the tomatoes. There is second node, and there will be a lot more, and so on the other plant. If you see it here, beautiful tomatoes forming. And I think looks like at the end of July we'll probably have some to harvest. And right beside that we got summer squash, and it's flowering. And I finally got this one pollinated, and it's getting bigger, and we'll see. This is Dixie hybrid famous summer squash variety, and there are others, flowers that are coming, and we'll get to enjoy them soon. And same thing here. See, this flower will bloom tomorrow, and perhaps this male flower will too, so I'll hand pollinate them, and I'll upload a video tomorrow showing you how to hand pollinate your summer squash and zucchinis. And I have another video from last year, I think, already on my channel, so don't forget to check that out. And also amaranth is growing right underneath there. Second time harvest for amaranth when temperatures are high isn't that great. Yield is small, and there are more bugs start to show up, and they create holes in the leaves. So we'll see how it does. About a month from now we'll harvest another batch. And these are the cucumbers that I wanted to trellis. You can see now I'm training them to go up. I'm using this clips to hold them. I found it on Amazon for $9 or something for 300. Same thing, this knitting, and it looks like it's been helping. I just ran out of them, so I ordered another ones. I'll leave the link down below for that. And it helps you train. Like another clip, I'll put it here, and it helps you trellis your cucumbers. And cucumbers are also flowering, but a lot of male flowers at first, just to attract the pollinators. But there may be some female flowers like this one, here. It looks like this didn't get pollinated, but hopefully when this opens it will get pollinated. So eventually we will have a lot of cucumbers. So on the side we got some Indian cucumber variety, and then some English cucumber in the middle, and then one of these here is a lemon cucumber. I think these ones are lemon cucumber. And we got amaranth here again, marigolds, beautiful colors. And look at the size. This is not fully open flower. Once it's fully open, it will be like a palm full. And we got marigold all around the bed. And this I thought was a summer squash, but it turned out it's a zucchini. So real nice bush, grown real well, you know, and it's also starting to produce flowers. That's a female flower, probably will open tomorrow, and some male flowers here that will open tomorrow. So tomorrow is a pollination day for summer squash and zucchinis. But a beautiful patch of summer squash, cucumber, amaranth, and summer squash, and tomatoes on the right, and bell peppers, basils, and eggplant. It's a beautiful area of my garden, U-shaped, and to the right left we also have some beautiful marigold and 2 plants of this black beauty eggplant. So for some reason they're not doing that well like the other ones. Maybe some issue with watering. You know, you see this flower here and they're kind of dropping. But this plant here, the one on the back, is doing well, although they dropped the flowers here. But it has more flowers coming up here, and they will turn into eggplant once they are pollinated. And there are one more plant of cucumber, so a lot of cucumbers all in all. So, and here are more tomatoes that are in container, all determinate variety. I just confirmed it because I wasn't sure, but these is Roma, first 2, then the second 3 are San Marzano, and the last 3 that are taller are the what do you call it, Amish pest variety. So these tomatoes are growing tall, and every time I walk in, you know, I just give them a nice tap, just so they get pollinated, and they are also forming beautiful tomatoes. These are the Amish pest variety, and lovely looking tomatoes. And then we can also see some San Marzanos. Here are the San Marzanos forming, and pretty much every tomato plant has some tomatoes growing on it. And come August, it will be. These are the Roma tomatoes. And come summer, we'll be having beautiful harvest. Look at the marigolds, yellow. Bees are loving it. They've been coming on and off. I've been hearing them. Bumblebees, especially in my area. And all in all, tomatoes are doing well. I just saved these tomatoes today. I was scared they were gonna die off or something, so I started watering even midday. I just wanted to make sure I don't let any of them die today. And here are the beautiful marigold. Look at them, beautiful marigold. I love these marigolds, you know. The bright saffron and yellow colors, and amazing, and they will attract a lot of bees for you, and it also brings good luck. Yeah, marigold brings good luck. And here are the periwinkles. They are still small and growing, and here are the cilantros going to bolting stage, but I'm gonna let them live here for a little bit. It helps bring pollinators. So but eventually I do want to plant summer squash if I can find the same variety that I'm growing back there. So the Dixie hybrid summer squash variety from Fairy Moss. If I find those seeds again in store, I'll remove this and plant them. Or in July, late July, I'll plant cucumber seeds. So then I'll get another harvest through August, September, and October, you know. So I'll plant 2 cucumber plants in here. So we'll see how the season goes. But all in all, even this area here is doing really well, you know, all the tomato plants and everything. um, looking well. You can also see the garlic down there that we haven't harvested, and here are the flower patch pretty much. I was supposed to move them on the front of my home, but you know, they're looking pretty back here, and it helps me bring in bees. So plus it's easier to water them here since I got watering system here. So I just leave them here. And here are the summer squash patch, sorry, the zucchini patch. And you know, a lot of zucchinis are forming. You know, another flower I gotta remember to pollinate tomorrow. And there are a lot of male flowers. Even this plant has a lot of zucchinis. What happened is earlier they were all female flowers, and a lot of the flowers got wasted because I didn't get any male flower, so there was no pollination. And here is the beautiful zucchini forming that got pollinated, and I think at the end of this week I'll be able to harvest it. They grow up fast, and you want to keep top of them. You want to stay on top of them to keep harvesting. This is another one that's growing, so maybe we'll have two zucchinis, who knows. And then one more got pollinated that is right below it. You see that? That's also female. But you see this one didn't get pollinated, so they go yellow and they'll just die off. But so with zucchini, you want to make sure they get pollinated. So with zucchini, you want to make sure, or summer squash, every female flower you see, so you try to hand pollinate it. I do that, and that way you can make sure that you get an abundant harvest. And I got like about 4 plants in here, and I'm hoping if we get 2 or 3 every week, I'm good with that. We are a family of 5, and I think 3 is sufficient for us every week. And here are more marigolds again. Look at this beautiful, just to give you the idea of the size. This is my palm, and this is how it looks when it's fully grown. Beautiful, beautiful colors, and exceptionally well variety. And here are some cherry tomatoes, 3 of them. I'm gonna trellis them up on my deck. And here you can see tomatoes being formed. Look at that. So maybe in a couple of weeks or more, a little bit more maybe, we'll get some cherry tomatoes. Make sure you pollinate your tomatoes as you walk through your garden, and your tomatoes will love you for that, and they'll give you abundant harvest. All right, let's get to the next ground bed here. And here is our mint patch. Look at that, how much we harvested. No, so we harvested it, but there were various reasons why we did this, and even over there. So you see, I told you in the last video that I was having this black spot issue or fungus issue, and that reminds me I gotta spray another round. But so you can see the difference from the last one, and you see very few spots on any of this mint. So what's happened is, for some reason, they were attacked by fungus, maybe early blight or black spot disease they call it. And I've been spraying copper-based fungicide, which is kind of organic, and bonites make them. I'll leave the link down below in my video, and maybe next time when I'm spraying it, I'll show you how and what brand the product is and stuff like that. But it seems to be helping it very good. So far I have done 2 sprays, and I think it's helping. So I'm gonna continue to spray till I get rid of it completely. And yeah, so that's why we harvested it, and I made sure I sprayed that area, so anything that grows new won't have that. Look at this. This one is a brand new shoot, and it doesn't have any. But as it gets mixed with this area here and stuff, you know, they will get it, and so on. So when you want to get rid of the fungus issues, you kind of completely harvest like this, and just that way it will never be there again. And you spray the fungicide though on the base, so you kind of kill it from the base. And In here we also got some marigold, couple plants kind of overcrowded by mint. And the same thing for this lemongrass here. We got 2 plants for lemongrass. And then we also got this taro leaves or urvi growing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can see, if you have seen my last videos, compared the sizes, they've been growing. I've been feeding them high nitrogen fertilizer every 2 weeks or every week, somewhat like that. And you can see the difference visually. Now you can see from the camera's eye that they are growing. And come August we'll have a wonderful harvest. And from here you can see pretty decent size elephant ear taro roots or urvi. And Gujarati we say patra leaves. So wonderfully growing. It needs a lot of water. So with elephant ears, taro leaves, or urvi, patra, whatever you call them in your language, they like a lot of water. Even if you water them every day, they would love you for that. But I'm watering it once or 2 days for 5 minutes using my drip system, and that seems to be enough. And if I see yellowing of the leaves or something, I might increase watering frequency and some nitrogen fertilizer. But once 7 day heavy nitrogen fertilizer, I use Miracle Grow, pretty much all-purpose fertilizer. And there is a cheaper version for that in Walmart, the Expert brand, for all-purpose water-soluble fertilizer. They sell it almost half price or something. So you might want to get that. I have used that last year, but I found a better deal at Costco for Miracle Grow. They were selling for $20. You get like 10 pounds or something like that. So that was a better deal for me this year, and looking beautiful. And it will be all covered by the time the August is here. And here is the beautiful blueberry plant. Finally the blueberries are ripening on them, whatever 4 5s are left, but the bird's been getting them, and that's fine. I just want this bush to grow well, and I gotta get some fertilizer for blueberry and some acidifier. Blueberry likes acidic soil, so I just want to make sure they grow well first, and then I'll focus on harvest. But here's another urvi and some ornamental flowers, and look at the roses, miniature variety that my wife got it on my birthday last year, and beautiful flowers. But the roses are attacked with lot of aphids, whiteflies, Japanese beetles. So you want to make sure you spray spinosad, neem oil, and control these bugs. Otherwise they will eat up your plant and leave you nothing. So make sure you stay on top to get rid of those bugs, and your rose will love you for it and produce a lot of flowers. And here is another blueberry shoot. I think this year blueberries are doing well actually. Since I planted them, they are growing slowly, but they are growing. And overall this area of the garden is getting into the midst of the season and doing well. So again, a lot of early leaves, patra to be made as the season goes, and this is the pride in every Indian family pretty much. If you have this, then your friends will love you for that too. And here are the mint again, doing better than what it was before, and not so many patches, the black patches that it was getting on its leaves. And we'll keep spraying the fungicide, and we'll see the results. And here are the marigolds, cherry tomatoes, and there's zucchinis. Remember I showed you? One more time, I got 2 zucchinis. So and I'll pollinate some more as they grow. But another thing I wanted to show you, this is the Japanese beetle damage. Look at that. So if I don't have that trap, they will eat this whole patch and leave me with nothing. So make sure you get Japanese beetle traps to catch them, and it will kill them pretty much in the trap by trapping them. And so they show up here in central Pennsylvania, Zone 6B, around late June, maybe late third week of June. You can say about June 20th or about that time they start to show up. And if you don't set up a trap, and look at the trap, my garden is here and my trap is all the way down there. So that's what you want to do. You want to set up a trap some way away from your garden, maybe about 20-30 feet away, or even 50 foot away. That way they are attracted to that trap and not to your garden. And that way you can save a lot of damage. Like here you see the damage, but overall the patch is okay and it's producing. So that's the goal. You can use the variety of other insecticide and pesticide like polyethylene and stuff like that, but they are not organic. And although I'm not kind of completely organic, when it comes to fertilizer, I do use chemical fertilizer. But with pesticide, I don't want to use any pesticide that is not organic. Pesticide is what makes what concerns me a lot about my health, I guess, not the fertilizer. Fertilizers are okay, as long as you use them in control and as per directions on the package. At the end of the day, even your body makes chemicals, but in moderate way. So that's what it is, So here is my raised bed, the first one, and you can see the tomatoes are doing really well. They got a lot of flowers. This is a better boy here, one more plant. Here this is San Marzano. Look at the flowers. These are cherry, honey gold cherry. These were the new ones that Burpees just came out with last year. So I'm growing them. Look at the flowering here. Beautiful flowering. And maybe I'll be able to show you. They're still tiny. Look at that. That's gonna turn into honey gold cherry tomato, and there'll be a lot of it. So I'm super excited to grow this variety this year, and hopefully we'll have them. And also, if you see around here, look at those peppers. They're growing well. They're like Italian pepperoncini type peppers, and doing well. So we'll be harvesting them soon. Let me get you a closer view from the other side. I don't think I can get you the view from this side, but and here are some more flowers before we see them. These are bell peppers, and they are flowering well. And here is the bell pepper that is sad, and also has a flower on top. So to pollinate this flower here, all you do is you shake the plant a little bit like that, and that should be it. Give it a nice shake. Don't break it. You don't want to break it, but give it a nice shake, and it will love you. And here I'm trying to find you that pepper. Maybe I'll harvest it. You are seeing me now. Let's get to here. So you see these peppers, beautiful looking peppers, and soon they'll be ready to harvest. So far bell peppers are doing well. They are not producing much at the time because weather keeps growing from 70s to 80s and 80s to 90s. There is no stable range, and hopefully now that we are in July, it will have a stable weather, and they'll be able to produce some bell peppers for me this year. And you see how I planted them. I kind of overcrowded them. That will give them somewhat of a shadow and keep the temperatures a little bit cool and stuff like that. But I think I'm of the conclusion that bell peppers should be grown in greenhouse, not out like this. Hot peppers are fine. You can grow them like this because they like real heat. I mean, bell pepper like heat too, but so far I'm not having any real good success that I can claim, that I'm producing say 100 bell peppers a week, so but we'll see. I'm still optimistic, and I got a lot of them, so even if one plant produces one a week, I'll get plenty. So the eggplants are doing really well, exceptionally well, and you can see since this is now almost an evening, they are closing up their shop. So, and they are also selling a lot of flowers, and here is the beautiful flower. Will open in 2-3 days, if not tomorrow. And these are the big round varieties, will grow beautiful eggplants. And here are more flowers, more flowers on here. There are more flowers. So there are a lot of flowers, and all I did is give it 10-10-10 and some organic fertilizer when I planted them. And here are the garlics. Again, the new shoots are coming up that I just planted last week after harvesting. Last week or the week before, something like that. And they are coming up, the new shoots, and they'll be ready to harvest in a month or so. So eggplants are doing real well. I'm real happy about it, and I think soon I'll be able to show you some eggplants on my eggplants, growing. Look at this flower, beautiful flower. I think this will bloom tomorrow. And here are the cucumbers, and cucumbers are kind of also not happy about all this heat and stuff, and they are not happy with the Japanese beetle. Look at the damages they do to them. And new shoots are healthy, so hopefully come August or even July, actually, cucumbers will start producing soon. And we'll have, this is the Indian variety, and it's doing well, and it's almost reaching the top of the pole, about 6 feet. And this year I didn't do any 2G 3G cutting that I showed you in the last year's video. I just want them to grow and produce something for me. But if I don't start to see any female flowers soon, what I'll do is I'll just knock off these crowns here, just take these off, and that will send out some more branches from say here, secondary branches, and then we'll prune one of them, and then it will have more female flowers. But the idea is I want to bring this cucumber up on this space here up till there, and somewhat maybe climbing on this chicken wire and get up on harvest. So all in all, cucumber is doing well, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's doing well, and we'll produce some delicious cucumber soon, in a month or so. And it will keep producing July, August, September, and around October it will give up, I think. Couple months of great harvest, and that is it, folks. Cucumbers, eggplants, bell peppers. There is some poblano pepper in there, but still I don't see any fruit setting on those either. And now I'm kind of doubting if it's real poblano pepper or not. And over there we got some tomatoes, and beautiful garden overall here. So that is it, folks, for today's episode. If you liked our video, please like, please press the like button, and also subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so, and also press the bell icon. That way you get a regular update to our channel, and also share with family and friends. Alright, good night, and see you in the next week's video. Bye bye. So we are gonna harvest this beautiful zucchini. We got two down there, one and one here. Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm just gonna twist it, and that's it. Your zucchini is out. Beautiful, beautiful zucchini. You can see the nice size. Just a toothbrush to show you the size. And let's also harvest the second one. So that was pretty easy. So first two zucchinis harvested, and many more to come. So today we're gonna harvest this beautiful garlic. I got 2 trays in here, and there's a lot in between all of these. So what I'm gonna do is just cut it from like here maybe, and just harvest the green leaves and leave the bud in there, so that way it will grow back again. And the ones that are in trays, I might just pull off them out, completely. So we'll see. Some of them will do complete pull out, some of them will leave the clove in the ground, and I'll show you the harvest. So what you can do is, for example, if I want to harvest this here, I'll just take that. You see that I left this here and this leaf. It's beautiful garlic aroma, spring garlic or green garlic, whatever you're gonna say. Use a lot, and in our cuisine pretty much every day. And this is how you can harvest. The another method is just to pull the thing out, and I'll show you later in the video. So here is the one of the garlics that I'm gonna kind of completely pull out of the ground, and will not let it mature to its full potential. But you can see it's really hard to pull out. So I'll let it leave in there. I'll try to pull out another one that has real good sauce. So you also want to use this clove, and it tastes delicious since it's got a fresh supply of nutrition from these roots up here. So some of them we harvest like this and use it. Some of them we just use the green leaves. So as you can see, I already pulled out 2, and I'll pull out more, and I'll show you the entire harvest. Look at this beautiful, beautiful harvest. Half of them are with the cloves, and half of them are just with this. So the one that we didn't harvest the cloves will grow back the leaves, and one where we harvested the cloves we'll plant new ones. So that way we'll get a continuous supply every 30 days or so. So that is it, folks. Butternut garlic, green garlic harvest this week. To harvest some bees. One of the branches broke off. I had this many.